Hey, Will, let's dive right into this. What we're going to be going over today is our communications stack. So, a stack is, and I'm trying to talk loud enough because I got the fan going on in here and some of the levels with this recording software and stuff. I'm not using my professional mic yet, so that program will change as well. But a stack in programming is basically like a toolkit of programs that you use. So this is our toolkit of project management and communication, everything. So we call it our communications stack, and we're going to be going over that real quickly. Not everything is worked out. The kinks aren't all worked out. It's not all been set up and everything like that, but it's pretty much good to go throughout the rest of the week between this and reloading Facebook. That's what we'll be getting worked out. The link for this video will be right in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this stuff. This link, and I'm going to show you here an instructional how to make this nice and easy. This December, we're calling it Communications Month. This is a very hard month. That is why I went to the hospital, because we're sitting here trying to, it's almost like we're trying to take down the Tower of Babel. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on, where everything is. We know we're getting good stuff done and we're coming up with great ideas, but it's hard to keep our feet on the ground. So that's why we're doing this. Let's take a look right at this here. You can see how all of I keep mine nice and neat, my bookmarks. All my bookmarks here. Sorry if you see personal stuff there. I don't think there is any personal stuff, but okay. All right, so you can see here I have an analytics bookmark, and I don't name mine, I just keep the icons. Okay, so what you would do is go here, and here's another thing that I have to tell you, and that, and I'm not trying to compare you to clients or anything, but I've just had in the past, I know that not everybody spends their whole life on the computer like I have, for the first 25 years of my life, or whatever, however you want to think of it. But working on computers never becomes a total easy process. You just get better at circumventing problems that come up, right? So there are going to be portions in the next 2 months where you're just fed up with the computer, and we have to mesh. We have to come together on that. And it shouldn't be so hard because I try and set up all the accounts and everything for you. So just try and muscle through that. It's a skill we got to have on your side of the equation as well. That's what coming together on the communications thing is about. So this link takes you directly to the dashboard where you can see all the numbers. And I've showed you the numbers before, and so that's all on one dashboard that I made custom for you here. And what you would want to do is bookmark that, which I already have mine bookmarked. And basically, you can, I just delete the name. You can put it under a folder under the bookmarks bar, or you can use a different folder. There's more where you can get in there and actually, select what folder it's under, what the name is, and everything like that. Basically, what I would do is just hit the bookmarks bar, delete the name, and keep it under bookmarks bar and hit done. That way you can have like 4 icons that basically is your communication stack. Or you could put 4 icons under just one folder. Okay, so that should be self-explanatory, and again, you kind of have to muscle through it. And the key to muscling through computer stuff is to breathe, slow down, and read the text that's on the page. For instance, we had trouble, I think when Google made their updates to the analytics platform, it required an additional step where you had gotten caught in a loop of, there was a pop-up that wanted you to hit the blue button that said okay or what have you. Typically, if it's a green button or a blue button, you go for it, depending on where you're at. Google, you're always hitting that button, almost never hitting cancel or no or close. So we got stuck because we didn't stop and read the pop-up. Make sure you stop, read the pop-up. Don't let this stuff navigate you, navigate it, right? So and that's difficult for some people to do, but the key is to slow down and read the text on page. So that should take care of itself. That will flesh itself out. Okay, so you would get your little bookmark like I got going on right here. No need to really worry about AdWords. The only time we really get into AdWords is to actually make changes to the campaigns. Most of all the data that I'm crawling through each day and looking through all the different backdoors and different things like that is all done through analytics. And you don't need to go through all the backdoors and all that stuff. You got your dashboard right here. Okay, moving on. Let me put this guy down. Before we move on, read this one, the one that I sent you here, new TAD notes general. I sent this to you, Will's Eye in the Sky, looks familiar. Read through it one last time and then just forget about it, okay? It's an important one. It's got extra stuff in here. You might notice things that you had questions about that I didn't clarify or that I may have overlooked. We're basically going from the Tower of Babel here on this page to this email, which is the total opposite. You're basically got everything right in here, okay? So this one, done. Okay, Slack downloads. All you got to do is go to this link here. All right, download 64-bit. It doesn't really matter. 64-bit, 32-bit, both will work. If you have problems, just go back and download the other one. I might even go with the 32-bit because I don't think that the computers that you guys have there are 64-bit, which is, I don't know. It didn't even matter. And then once you get it downloaded onto the computer, then I will go in and create a chat room and all that good stuff. And I will also be getting the information from the computers there at work so that I can connect to them remotely should I ever need to. Because it's a lot easier for me to get work done at the home office because I don't have people walking in and out of the office and dogs barking and stuff like that, which obviously is, you know, the name of the game, but at the same time, you know that my head is smoking like a volcano. So being able to remotely connect to computers, being able to maintain all this communication, and being able to do all the project management out in plane is going to work good for us. So just download this and install it. And when you're going through the install process, and I would walk you through it, but I don't think that I already have it installed. So you just hit next, next, just actually read what it says. I know it's a pain in the butt, and it takes a little bit of meditation skill. It takes a little bit of reading. I know that this is what I do. Trust me. I know that it's a pain in the butt, but it's what we got to do. And once we have Slack and once we have our chat room, we never have to worry about where we're going to communicate again. We're never going to be out of sync. Okay? We can share documents with each other. We can do all kinds of great stuff. The whole world uses Slack now. It's the new standard. Okay. Moving right along, Trello. Yeah, this is the one right here. This is going to make my life so much easier. I'm going to show you this link. Make sure that you don't change or alter anything if you get the chance. Don't do that yet because we got too much stuff all over the place. We don't want to add anything or do anything like that real crazy right now. This is your calendar. This is personnel calendar, and I'll get into that in a second. But I'm in an incognito browser. What that means is it's acting like, you know what incognito means, but the reason I do incognito browser is I'm totally signed out of all my accounts. It's almost like I'm approaching this link as if I were you. You know, you're not accessing this link from my computer, and I want to see what you see. So this is how I do that. Okay, so this is an invite, accept board. Okay, I already created an account for you. So you're going to log in if it asks you. You're going to do personnel, and it's the classic, just like the password for everything else in the database. I think it's here. TAD Heroes 187 exclamation point exclamation point. That's the password. Log in. And there we go. Okay, and let's take a look at this. So, TAD overall board. Okay. Things to do. Here's the things to do. They're not all super detailed, but you can see you can add descriptions, add a we can comment, you know, you can comment, I can comment. Feel free to do comments and stuff. Make sure you don't change any of the board descriptions or checklists or anything like that yet, though, because I mean that would be like just throwing a stick in front of my roller skates. Okay, so you can add all kinds of different things. You can add members, labels, checklist, due date, attachments. You know, maybe we have like the insurance paper thing that turned into a whole project. We can do attachments through that. You know, maybe documents that you guys have to have from me or different things like that. And I don't have a lot of experience with this. I just set it up, so I don't know everything. But you can see how powerful that this could be. Things to do: plan video presentation format, B2B book to CRM, continue website, Google My Business, alternative social media marketing platforms like Twitter and Pinterest, search engine optimization. So this is just to have some things on the board, and this doesn't even put a dent in all the stuff that we have mentioned. So that's what Trello is meant to help us do. Get it all on paper. It's project management. We're going through the process architecture of our communication stack, and part of our communication stack is Trello, which is our project management software. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's take a look at these guys doing. This is what I'm working on right now. So finish communication stack. What do we got in here? Well, we got it. You can click and you can see all of this at a glance. How great is this? I know that there's a lot going on. It's a lot for me too, but you know, it's much better than just having three heads smoking, not knowing what's going on, just clanging them together. Okay, finish communication stack. Description: the communication stack is our key to success. It provides no. Okay, checklist: record instructional videos, send links to Will. So we're doing this one here. Getting ready to send you the links. Then when you get Slack downloaded, I will do this. You know, so we're getting this done throughout the week, right? And I'm going to make sure that you have comfortable access, that you're comfortable accessing these things. And then I also might call you to get, you know, those numbers that I need to be able to connect remotely to the computers. That way I can just we're always connected. We're always able to communicate. You know, we've got the comments section, like you can say great job, or don't forget to lace up your shoes, or whatever else. This is a test comment, TAD over the competition. Okay, so you can see there how that helps us. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy and let's finish up here. Last one to look at is calendars. So if you go into your personnel calendar, you can see that I already have added my calendar to your access. So if you don't want to see my stuff, boom. You see back in the saddle here with a lot more pizzazz. So, and I'm not familiar with Google Calendar either. I just bought my first calendar here on my desk. And just real quick, as a rule of thumb, it's probably going to look like paydays are the weekends I have my son, the weekends I pay child support, and probably also the weekends that I do a video presentation. So expect those paydays to be busy days for me is probably what it's going to look like. And I'm losing my mind. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I think it's clear why this quote-unquote communications month has been. It's basically like when I showed up on to the emergency site We had IT, we had just a cloud of just things we wanted to do and IT problems and stuff all over the place. And look how many sheets and processes we've done to cut it down. I mean, whew, it feels good to finally see that light at the end of the tunnel. So that's what this is, that light. So if you don't want to see my calendar stuff, boom. If you want to take a peek, boom. I have mine set up in calendar mode. I think this is in task mode, but again, I don't, I'm not familiar with even calendars in general. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's all. And I mean, that is powerful. Let's not make it any more complicated than that. We've got the calendar, we've got the project management board, we've got Slack for communication, and you've got your analytics dashboard to see your numbers. Boom, that's it. Oh, and all the holidays have been blocked. And if you want to compile a list for next year's holidays, I can block those as well. That way we don't have to worry about those each holiday. This is obviously around the holiday. It gets very busy, even though we're blocking the day. Okay, that is it for me. And the only other things to look, it's not even anything worth mentioning. Okay, that's it.